Welcome back to Swans Cast, everyone. So another midweek round on Tuesday. So we're going to be playing Sheffield Wednesday away. This game delayed from back in January, I believe. It was the first delay we had, wasn't it? Blackburn being second, but we've already caught up with that one. A long time where they didn't organise a date for this game, but finally we have one, and it's this week. Coming to the end of the season now. Probably, you could argue, because a couple of weeks ago, Sheffield looked like they were coming into a bit of form, maybe. But then they kind of been up and down. They've had a couple of wins. If we look at the form directly, so obviously we just literally come off the back of our post-match video that we've just recorded for the 3-0 win that we had over Millwall. Which ended a run of 4 straight defeats for us, so that's quite self-explanatory what our last 5 games are. 4 losses and a win. The key thing is the win is the last game, and it's a clean sheet and a 3-0. When we look at Sheffield Wednesday, theirs is far more up and down. So they've a draw, 2 wins and 2 losses. However, it's a draw, win, loss. So it's who knows what sort of team's going to turn up. When you look at their results as well, it gets even more interesting. So they lost to Watford 1-0. They beat Barnsley 2-1. 2 tight games, 2 difficult games, yeah? You probably wouldn't have said they would have beaten Barnsley, but they did. The Watford game came after the Barnsley one. But then they smashed Cardiff 5-0, which I'm sure we all love to see that. But they followed that up with, which is, again, makes it even more weird, losing to QPR 4-1. So what do you make of this match? What do you think is going to happen?
I have no idea. Well, I had no idea what to say about Sheffield. It's hard now because our next 2 games against the bottom 2, aren't they? But it's difficult, isn't it? Because you know what teams are like when they're fighting at the bottom. Like that, you get like a 5-0 win and then you get a 4-1 loss. It's chaos. But
and Wickham have kind of brought themselves back into the picture a little bit. And I don't think they're going to stay up, but they were adrift for ages. Now they're 1 win off 22nd.
Yeah, it's tight down there. It's really tight down there. I don't know. It's a bit of a banana skin, isn't it, going away? I don't know what's happening though, because I don't know if I know they won 5-0 and then lost. I don't know if that's got anything to do with the manager. Darren Moore is self-isolating, isn't he? So he wasn't there yesterday.
He wasn't for Cardiff, was he?
No, I don't know if that was a bit of a. I don't know.
Well, okay, so is he going to still be self-isolating for our game?
I assume so. Yeah, it's only a couple of days, isn't it?
It's interesting. Just looking at their team, it seems quite similar how they've set up in the last 2 games. So basically the same team. They've won 5-0 and lost 4-1.
They've got a good squad. Their squad's too good to be down there, I think. Because I was looking at it, the squad yesterday.
Rhodes, Callum Patterson playing striker for him. Josh Windass, he's decent. He's quite creative. Yeah. I think we did. Am I right in saying that before this game got called off, we did actually do a discussion about the game before it? I remember asking John. I think John might have been part of it, and he was talking about a couple of players. Like Windass was one of the ones he mentioned, maybe. Or maybe it was in one of the podcasts that we did where we discussed
it. Might have been.
But obviously the situation is a lot different now because a lot of stuff's happened since then, so we'll have different stuff to talk about. Adam Reach as well, Barry Bannon.
Yeah.
Barry Bannon, he's part of a team that nearly got into the playoffs under Carlos Carvajal, wasn't
he? Yeah, he's still a good player, isn't he? And he's getting on a bit now, but still a bit of quality.
Yeah. So weird team. Obviously they're a bit, I say a bit unfortunate. There's obviously reasons for it, but if they didn't have a points deduction, then they wouldn't be in a relegation zone. And you could argue the mentality behind having that negative points tally all season, if they were not fighting in the bottom 3 for all season, would they have won a couple of games where they haven't won or got a couple more points here and there? But just because of the mental side of it, they're always sort of chasing a lost cause. Yeah. But yeah, interesting. I'm not really sure what to think of it. I would like to say we're going to go off the back of our 3-0 and continue to sort of put pressure on Watford. I would say that. I don't think we're going to get second, but we are putting pressure on by getting
Yeah.
wins. It is our game in hand, so they won't be playing. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I don't know. I think you've got to keep the pressure on Watford. That's got to be the aim, I think, because that'll drive performances rather than looking over your shoulder. But I was quite surprised actually, because I thought if we won yesterday, which we did, I thought like, oh, we probably should be safe then. But everybody else won, and it was still only 6 points from outside the playoffs, and the team outside the playoffs is Reading, and we've got to play them.
Yeah,
So I was thinking it's
it's a
not over
massive
yet. I
game,
think
6-pointer.
yeah, the next two games are massive. I think we need 6 points on the board. Um, Sheffield Wednesday away, I know like where they are, and Wickham at home. Got to get 6 points on the board there. And then we probably should be all right then.
I think it's going to be tricky though. I'm looking at the
Oh
stats
yeah,
from their game against QPR in a little bit more detail. QPR 9 shots, Sheffield Wednesday 18. So 50-50 possession essentially. But the problem is obviously the shots on target. They only had 2 shots on target, so maybe that's the issue. The defence though, to concede 4 goals against 9 shots, maybe there's opportunities.
yeah.
But it looks like they are going for it in terms of trying to get forward. Just maybe not being accurate with what they're doing. So
Yeah, well, they need wins, don't they? So they're going to be pressed. They're going to be pushing.
yeah, and according to the stats as well, Sheffield Wednesday had 3 big chances and missed 2 of them. So they're probably going to be a bit frustrated with that result yesterday.
Yeah, have a backlash.
Yeah, 13 shots from inside the box as well. So considering only 2 on target, between the blocked shots and the shots off target, they're getting into the box, into dangerous positions.
Yeah,
I know that's against QPR, but obviously they beat Cardiff 5-0 the game before, so they've definitely looking at trying to get some goals. So it's going to be tricky. I don't think maybe we'll get a clean sheet.
no, I don't know.
I think we're going to need to score at least 2 to win this game.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it depends. If we can score an early goal, that would put doubt in them, and considering the position they're in. But no, I say we need to win these games. It's a hard game going up there, especially with the short turnaround and the travel that we've got to do. So I think I'd definitely take a draw up there. And then we've got Wickham and QPR at home, haven't we? Which are 2 massive games again.
When is Brentford's game in hand? Are they also playing tomorrow?
No, they're not playing. I don't know when their game in hand is.
No, I'm not sure. I can't even remember who it was against for Brentford. But yes, it's not. I don't think tomorrow. The next game is Millwall, so yeah, it's tricky. I think. I mean, you say take a point. I think this is 3 points, isn't it? So it's like you're also putting the pressure on Brentford if you get a win to make sure they win their game in hand. So they have to play it after. We've been in that situation basically for half a season where we've always had this game in hand where you're theoretically saying it's points, but you've got to make it happen. So if we can make it happen now, then we're putting that on to them, where it's like up to them to make it happen. And it'd be nice to have that weight off our shoulders a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think for us, it will mean a lot more for us to go and follow up that 3-0 win against Millwall with another win.
Yeah, well, hopefully they can
show that rut is over.
Yeah, hopefully they can use that now to like we said in the last video as well, saying about like when they've had short turnarounds, you use the momentum and the adrenaline just to see you through. So hopefully now that just goes into Tuesday. But if they play like they did Tuesday, they'll win comfortably. But it's can they replicate that performance then?
I'd be happy with a scrappy 1-0 win, but I think Sheffield will score. Looking at they're fighting for their lives essentially, so they've got nothing to lose. They'll come forward, they'll come and attack. So I think we need to score at least 2.
Yeah, I think, and again, I keep forgetting it's the game in hand, because it's a game in hand over Reading as well. Like we said, if they can win, go 9 points clear of Reading, then that's massive, isn't it? That'd be huge.
I know you just mentioned it, but I didn't actually realise that Reading dropped out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's interesting. That is, they're still fighting. Obviously, they've got 2 points gap to Bournemouth now. Barnsley got a bit of a cap on them, 5 points.
I think Bournemouth are going to be in there now. Anyway, I think Bournemouth.
So it looks like it's between Bournemouth and Reading for that last place, but obviously anything could change in a couple of weeks. But I'd rather play Reading going into the playoffs than Bournemouth if it is between those two.
try and I think everybody would like to position themselves to play Barnsley, wouldn't they? In
Is
the
that
two
why we're
legs.
aiming for fourth now?
Yeah, that's what we do, and you win, and then it'll just drop off again just to finish fourth and have Barnsley at fifth.
Yeah.
But then again, it's a hard game, and everything, but
They're all
it
hard
shouldn't be.
games. If they're in the playoffs, they're hard games, isn't they? So, but we'll reach that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah,
Okay, so what do you reckon about the team? Would you make any changes from yesterday?
I don't know. This is difficult, isn't it? Does he bring Connor Roberts back in to play right back? Because I'm this might be a bit controversial, but I'm of the opinion if you play a back four, I don't like Connor Roberts at right back.
Well, I think it's harsh on Norton as well if he drops out. We've just brought him in. He's turned out a 4-game losing streak to be a 3-0 win. I feel like it's harsh to drop Norton all of a sudden.
Yeah,
From
look,
right
I'm
back.
not going to slander Connor Roberts because he's a contender for Player of the Season. He's been absolutely class, but I just think if you're going to play the back four, I think the question marks of him before was his defence, wasn't it? And he's great going forward.
Yeah.
I just think Norton is so much more composed there. And admit if you're going to play Connor Roberts, he may have to play on the wing unless you play the
You've
back
also got to
five.
think, though, maybe Bennett will have to drop out, being short
Yeah,
turnaround. So maybe Roberts does come back in and Norton goes centre-back.
yeah, that's a good option, I think, because you might want to keep Bennett unless you sort of mark like Saturday against Wickham at home where you might not need him as much.
I don't know, mind. They probably play a little bit more in the air, do they?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm saying if it was me, I'd rather play Bennett away against Sheffield Wednesday on Tuesday and then play like Cabango and Guehi on Saturday.
So we go Wickham and then it's QPR then Tuesday after. So I would say, it's tough. The thing is though, like I know you might want to play him Tuesday instead of Saturday. But if he's still a 2-day turnaround for him, rather than a week. So
yeah, I think it probably is too soon for him. So I think you might be right.
I wouldn't want him to put up with a muscle injury because I could see him out then till like end of the season now.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, sure. Yeah, if we confirm the playoffs, just drop him. Just leave him.
Yeah.
Give him 10 minutes at the end of the season just to get a bit of fitness, and then
put him off for half time every game just to keep him like.
Yeah, just keep him ticking over.
Yeah. Okay, what about midfield? Stick with the same three?
I think he'd stick with the same three, to be honest, unless he wants to give like Fulton a rest maybe and bring in Smith. But I'll probably stick with the same three.
What about Danda? Does he get in?
Not in the flat three. This is what we said about Danda. If he's going to play the flat three in midfield, you can't play him.
Yeah, I think you'd play a cam.
No, that's where I sit with him. I think if he wants to play two holding midfield, play like a midfield further forward, yeah, I'm all for Danda coming in.
There's a question before we get on to the forwards. Was Liam Cullen on the bench?
I don't think so, was he?
I didn't see that he was, but I know he's back soon, so I was just wondering if he did make it, or let's have a quick look. Back. No, he wasn't on the bench. So, okay, back to the question I was going to ask. Does Routledge, is he going to be able to play another game? Or do we change, like, what do we do? Do we keep the front three? Or if Routledge has got to drop out, does Ayew go back middle? Does or Whittaker come straight there? Or I mean, whether we'd want that, I think Cooper's going to put Whittaker back on the wing if he's going to start him.
Yeah, that's what's really annoying, because has anybody still not solved the mystery if he's a winger or a striker? Because I think if we're playing like the 4-3-3, Ayew doesn't work in the middle. He's not a centre forward. You can't play him through the middle, and he's wasted as well.
Yeah.
So I think you've got to play him wide. That'd be interesting if Cullen comes back, because you can maybe bring him in. And
I don't think he'd start though. Would he? He won on the bench. That's why I was wondering.
You could start Routledge and bring Cullen on, can you? But I don't know. Play Whittaker through the middle, or like we said before, play Whittaker, Ayew, and Lowe, and just let them swap around.
Yeah.
Just let them move around.
Well, it would be interesting to see what he does. We're going to go with your prediction then.
Oh, can I say my prediction of the Millwall game? I said this was going to be the turnaround, and I said 2-0, didn't I?
Yeah. Do you think any of the goal scorers though?
No, I know. I was thinking before we scored.
Low. I said Lowe would start scoring again.
So what do I get for a right result?
Well, You just had the right result in there, so 2 points.
2 points, and what do you get for a goal scorer?
There's 2 points for right result, 5 points if it's result and score,
Yeah.
and then bonus 3 points for each goal scorer you get.
3. So you had more points than me just for saying no.
It's easier to say Swansea will win than to say
it's not,
a goal scorer.
Because if you said we'd lose 8-1 and low scored, you had more points than me.
Yeah, but you still picked 1 out of 11 players to score a goal. Whereas win, lose, draw is 1 out of 3, isn't it?
Well, I have to start thinking tactically about this prediction league. I'm going to say
we saw the scoring out before we started here. You knew what you were getting into. I'm going to say 5-0 and name 5 different scorers. Well, I mean, if we lose like 1-0, then you're screwed, didn't you?
Well, yeah. So on that note, I'm going to go 4-0.
You actually?
And I'm going to say, I'm going to say 4. No, I won't say 4-0.
Last time someone said 4-0, it really didn't end well.
Yeah, I know. I was going to go for it, and then I thought better of it. No, they'll score. So I'm going to say 3-1 Swans.
Another 3 goals. I take that, but we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, who's going to score?
I'll have to try and cover all bases here because the goal scorers are loads of points. And I think Ayew, Lowe, and Bolton.
You do know though, if like Ayew scored a hat trick, you still only get 1 set of points.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to say it now every game. I'll have to just say Ayew and Lowe to score every game.
They will score to the end of the season though.
Yeah, probably jinxed it.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Swans. And I wish I knew who was gonna start before I make this prediction because
I know
I want to say Routledge, but I'm not sure if he's gonna start. Oh, it's difficult. Horahan and Ayew.
I like that.
Why are you getting so irate by the league all of a sudden?
It's getting to the end now, isn't it? It's getting tight. I don't know what is the standard.
It's tight down the bottom. I haven't updated the standings for the last game, but I'll get them up as of before that. I don't think. Well, the last game probably will make a couple of changes, but not too much down the bottom end. So,
what was your prediction for the
2-1
game? 2-1 Swans.
And I got low, so 5 points for me. Keeps me top. That does.
The system is flawed.
Hey, we all agreed there at the start. So, without the Middlesbrough game, I'll go from bottom up because Arled's in a bit of trouble. But you have played 3 games less. 10 points from 9, and everyone else has played 12. So John is on 16 points. Chris is on 26. Lee, you're on 28. Scott is on 31, and I'm on 32. So not over yet. It's still quite tight. Anything could happen. I'd be worried if I was John and Aled though.
Yeah.
What was the forfeit? To do a video in a Cardiff shirt or something like that?
Song.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, we'll end the video here. So hopefully, probably if we can fit in a post-match after the video Tuesday, after the match on Tuesday, if you're around for that. And hopefully we could be talking about another win. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you all next time.
See you soon.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, to click the like button to help us grow. To keep up to date with all of our new uploads, hit the subscribe button and push the bell to ensure you are notified of all of our new videos. As always, engage in the comments and let us know your opinions on what we discussed today. And if you want to support us directly, check out our new merch where you can find some awesome Swansea related t-shirts.